Alright, we are back. And problem solved on Twitch as well. Alright. Alright, okay. Seems good. Yeah, that's cool. Now it works again. So let me start it from the beginning. So this is a continuation of the barrier machine on Hack the Box. It's a medium rated machine, and it's of course Linux. And I decided to start with a guided mode, so we have to follow some tasks in order to submit the flags. This is the guided mode. It's kind of easier, if I could say, just to follow the task. So we have some structure, um, enumeration. So we started with the first questions, where those where for enumeration we discover how many ports. Here is the scan, the nmap scan that gave us the ports. Then the next task mentioned something about a repository on GitLab, so we figured out that there is a repository here. It's called the Git Connect, and it's a Python script to authenticate to GitLab. And the actual code on main branch, it reveals some information about an authentication for user Satoru, and yeah, the password Professor Logout, thanks for the follow. So yeah, the password looked masked, but if we check the history, you will see in the comments that the first commit was the clear text password, so we use that. Hello, welcome to the stream. We are doing the barrier machine on Hack the Box, and we follow the guided mode. So we go through the tasks, and we have discovered there is a GitLab instance here, where at the beginning we saw the script with the masked password, but in the commits we get the actual clear text password, so we keep that in our notes. And then we just answer the next tasks. So now we are on at task number 7. So we try to figure out what is the tag of the post CI/CD runner. So if we go through the code and try to figure out this setting on GitLab. We figured out after searching on where it was. Where is the project details? This is for cloning. First I need first I need to log in. So let's do that, and we can use the website to figure out the answer. So the username is Satoru, and the password is this one. So now we are authenticated as Satoru, and we can see the project details, the CI/CD, the runners. So if we check some documentation, most of the runners need to view and actually run a runner. You need to be at least administrator or owner of the project. So our current user cannot see the runners. So the idea is to escalate the privileges and become another user from some enumeration. We discovered another user with a very strange way. So if you go to the repository and click on the plus button, you can invite team members, and there is a drop down here where you can provide a username or email address to search for other members. But if you click on it, you can see that it auto completes two people, the Satori that we are now, and another user. It's called AK admin. So we know that there is another user, and we know its username. And the idea is that since also we know the Satoru email, we can guess that the AK admin, the email looks like this. So we know a little bit about its email, and we try to figure out. Last time we were searching about the specific version of GitLab, if it has some CVs allocated to that. So we try to figure out what we can do with the current version and how to escalate our privileges from Satoru to AK admin. So that's the idea so far. We did some search regarding the version, and last time we tried to find the correct exploit that we can utilize at least to get the initial foothold. So here is a very interesting CV where you can do an account takeover via password reset without user interaction. But unfortunately, our version, it's not in the affected versions. And let me also show you guys. So if we go now to help, we can see the version here. But when we was unauthenticated, we couldn't see it. So that's another cool trick that we found. From outside, you cannot see the version, but when you log in and check again the help page, you can see that we are using the 17.3.2 version. So yeah, according to that, we try to escalate our privileges and probably become AK admin. I do have some doubts about the version, so I'm trying to double check a little bit. But this looks legit. So far we're counting with that one. Actually, one of the tasks was the actual version of the GitLab, so it looks correct, but still have some doubts. Or at least if we can use, for example, this where it is, this GitLab exploit, maybe we can use it. But as far as I can see from the affected versions, it's not applicable for our case. But we will see. Yeah, only affects mostly the 16 version. And from the latest of the 16, if this is the latest, and below, all the other versions are affected. So cool idea, but I think it's not applicable. It will be really useful actually, because if we can reset AK admin's password, we can log in then with that password. So it would be awesome if it was that the case. However, we just keep continuing to see what we can do. There is an interesting one about cross-site scripting. So maybe the user is online at the same time with us, and we can somehow piece him, something like that. That's the initial idea so far. But we have it as a reference yet, because we still keep going with the enumeration to see what else we can do with this version. This is also, it's interesting. Allow execution of malicious actions via connect injection. So that's really cool. Cross-site scripting enabling malicious actions execution. Okay, and we have the CV for that, so we can search for this CV. User invitation restriction bypass. Okay. Yeah, this looks promising, so I'm gonna go a little bit with this CV, but I think most of the times all the exploits we can find them on GitHub. So let's see. Okay. Or at least to figure out how to exploit it using that. Hey, welcome Linux Mobile. Happy Hacking Day. Oh, it is today? I didn't know about it. Or it's just a general expression. But welcome to the stream, buddy. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm glad that it's a very happy day for you. And yeah, we are hacking. We need to find the details for this CV, because if there is no already POC for that, we need somehow to replicate it. Okay, we will keep this story here because we need to go further and see, but let's see if we can find something. So far only articles about it. Maybe there is no public exploit yet. I want to duplicate this tab and do the actual search for that. Improper neutralization of input during web. Okay, let's see more results. So we are looking for CVs around uh, 2025 because that's the release date of the version. So around there supposed to be epoch, or at least if we check here, the CV was assigned July 10, 2025. So yeah, and it's been discovered the same almost day. Let's see the article here. Maybe if we read about it, we understand more stuff. Everything has been updated. Okay, it's okay. That's the fixes here. Proper authorization issue. Oh, that's one. It's also cool. And we have multiple, so it's 3, or it's the same 3 times 3 CVs for that. Okay, interesting. Improper authorization is okay. That's also cool. Let's see what we can find about this CV. Our case is this one. Fortunately, we don't have it, but it has some latest ones. So those are only for GitLab, or it's general. Okay, it's those that the team found. But let's see if we have any GitLab. No. No, unfortunately not any reference here, but let's do a manual search. No, probably, yeah. It's only CVs that the team found, so okay. Okay, so this is affected by the version range. The vulnerability represents an improper authorization flow within the GitLab forking permission system. The issue stems from inadequate validation of API requests. Vinsco, welcome and thank you for the follow. So the issue, validation of API requests when project owners attempt to fork repositories. Project owners, okay. While the GitLab web interface properly enforce group level forking restrictions configured by the administrator. Okay. The API endpoint responsible for handling fork operations fails to implement authorization checks. Okay, the vulnerability allows authenticate users with project owner privileges to crash specific API requests. Okay, let's see. Because oh, what? Yeah, that was an error. Our user here, it is the owner. So we can see here that is the owner. So maybe we can see how the forking issue happens. Okay, let's read more. When administrators have explicitly disabled forking at the group level to protect sensitive code bases, project owners can still create unauthorized forks by directly interacting with a vulnerable API endpoint. Okay, let's see. Mitigation is also here, but we care about the exploitation now. Okay, this page is not found. Well, let me try Google this time. Google, besides the fact of the privacy, it's still the best search engine out there. So if you are looking for specific targeted results, Google is the best choice. But if you choose to have some privacy, it's better to use DuckDuckGo. But for this case, I believe Google is supposed to be better search engine. Okay, we have some details. How to exploit flow works. Instead of remote code execution, this vulnerability revolves around API manipulation. The intention and the price groups often use the prevent project forking outside current group setting to lock intellectual properties within a corporate hierarchy. So the vulnerability, the project forking API endpoint, which is this one, incorrectly authorized requests. By interacting with the API, a malicious project owner can bypass group level restrictions and create a fork in an authorized external or personal namespace. Okay. Hmm. I don't think that this could help us too much. To perform the API manipulation, an attacker must be an authenticated project owner within a group where forking restrictions are strictly enabled. We don't know that yet. So here is how to fork the project. To create a group. Import a group. No. But we can create. Interesting. Have a valid API access. I'm not sure that we have valid, because from the verb here I was trying to check. Okay, now I'm unauthorized, of course. Here's my new cookie. Still unauthorized. Okay, here is my new cookie. Okay, now we get 403 forbidden, not 401. Okay, we are authenticated, but now we get 403, which means we are not able to run those runners alls to check the runners. So last time we did an actual attempt to see the runners, because this is what our task says here. So we need to figure out what is the tag of the post CI/CD runner. So we try to see all the runners and see the post one and see what is the name of the runner. So in order to see all the runners, there is a specific API endpoint for that, but you need to be an administrator or to have higher privileges to do that. So we get now 403, which means it's forbidden for us. We don't have the rights to see. So that's why the next idea was, okay, if only administrators can see the runners, and we know that there is an administrator regarding the name, so aka admin was the other user, so we need somehow to find his password, or at least to compromise that account so we can see the runners. And that's why we are looking for specific exploits with our version number to see what we can do. I had also run search exploit for GitLab. So there is also another way to search more specific about exploits. So according to search exploit, which this most of the times it's the exploit DB if I'm not mistaken. So you can see specific exploits for each platform, and you can see the versions as well. But as far as I can see, None of these exploits, they are not in our version, so that's sad a little bit, but that's why we are doing a more specific search on Google. So that CV was a little bit promising, but unfortunately I think this is not how we can use it. So I'm gonna go back and search for GitLab Community Edition, and I will also provide the version 17.3.2. So we are doing a more a better search on Google. So we've seen the advisories. Critical GitLab pipeline execution vulnerability. And affects version, our version, and before. Okay. Those unpatched versions. Malicious actors to trigger pipeline jobs as arbitrary users. Okay, by exploiting this weakness, attackers can potentially execute arbitrary code with elevated privileges, granting them unauthorized access to sensitive resources and system components. Okay, that looks promising. Given the nature of the vulnerability, the risk is significant. Pipeline zones can often interact with key systems, deployment environments, sensitive data. By gaining the ability to execute the jobs under another user's identity, attackers can circumvent normal access control, leading to severe consequences and blah blah blah. Okay, we know the number, and the CVS score is 9.9, so it's really nasty. Okay, let's search with Google this time. Thank you, Google. Much better. Poke or exploit. We have a poke. Okay, looks promising. Let's see. Schedule arbitrary user trigger. Okay, it's I believe it's Russian. Okay, normally we send a curl command with private token. That's interesting. So we don't have a token, we have a cookie. We will see where we can find the token for that. Project ID. Okay, let me try to do some um, I believe it's Russian, but we will see. Okay, a little bit more readable text. Okay. The requirements, versions. Oh no, we have 17.3.2. Yeah, it's not for us. Oh no, 17.3.2, and this affects only 17.3.1. Oh no, but it was in our range. How's that possible? Yeah. Has released patch address vulnerability in versions. Okay. There is patch version. Okay. So, unfortunately, this is not for us. Okay. Oops, that's also some good one. That allows an unauthenticated attacker with access to any signed SAML document issued by the IDP to forge, okay, response. Okay, that's by IDP. No, we don't have this single sign-on. We have actually, that's another thing, authentic. So maybe we should target this SSO. Maybe this has a vulnerability and this can help us. So we don't have to rely mostly on GitLab vulnerabilities. Maybe this SSO also has something. So let me do a search like this, because according to the version, I don't see that there is an issue with GitLab. If it was something something good, probably we would have already found the exploit or the poke for that. Denial of service. No, we don't care about it. And yeah, the 17.3.2, it's released on 2025, so it's been a year. So I don't think that there is a GitLab vulnerability. However, we know that the application uses another SSO, which maybe this one has something. Password authentication bypass. Allowed user to bypass password authentication by adding an X forward header. Okay, so this is might be something. There is a proof of concept video. So, oh, and we have also the same username. So I think we are close to find something here. So let's see what it does. Okay, after trying to authenticate, put something in the password, capture the request, adds the forward header, probably send it to a repeater, or capturing the end. Oh, the X forward, where it is that the case? The cookie, it's a little bit blurry here, but Okay, it puts a username. Try to log in with whatever number, gets the default authentication, and what it does. The X forward. Okay, got it. So let's replicate this thing. We're gonna go for our proxy to have it here. Yes, we're gonna see it. So it was the barrier 9000, I believe. Yeah, this is our case. So we know the username. It's same like the demonstration. So we paste, we log in with that, and it asks us for a password. Yes, it asks for a password, so we can just type whatever, it doesn't matter, but we need to capture this request from the interceptor on in order to capture it, manipulate it, and then forward so we can see the authentication continues in the browser so we can log in. So normally I have the intercept on, which means all the requests now they come in the order. And of course they are not going back to the server, so we can capture it and hold it there till we manipulate it. Cool. The password should be whatever. And here is the request. And the only thing we need to do is just to put the forward X with a random value. So below the last. So if we forward that request now, we will probably see that the authentication continues and we have login as aka admin. Cross fingers and forward. Invalid. Okay, worth a try. Let me check again. Default authentication flow. Default authentication flow, cool. And the username. Type anything as a password, intercept the request, and add the header this one, and refresh the page you do. Okay. You should now be logged in. Okay. Looks promising. We did the same. Let's try it one more time. So we have the interceptor on again. Whatever here doesn't matter. We capture the request. The X forward 4 with a random value and just forward it. Forward all. Doesn't mention any version for that. I don't think so. Okay, this is the how it's vulnerable because of this trust forward header true. AK admin, and this is the header. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not working. Whatever as password. Hmm. I was expecting something. AK admin. Port 9000. Execution flow. It just bypassed the authentication. Okay, interesting, but unfortunately it doesn't work, or I will try to do it again. Default authentication flow, the get request. Come on. How many they are? Forward all. Okay, no more. No, doesn't work for us, unfortunately. But it was a nice trick, actually. That would be nice, actually, to have this bypass. So what we get? A 200 invalid password. AK admin. Interesting one. Unfortunately, we are not so lucky. And I think I can't see this configuration, so to verify it a little bit. So probably okay, let's continue. some CVs. And do also this one. Wait, we have in the terminal instead of GitLab, we can search exploit for the authentic. No, search exploit cannot find anything about it. That's bad. It's worth a try. Have this CV for that. Also this CV. Insufficient authorization. Okay, several. We need a POC or some explanation. Affected points, authorization bypass, crypto API endpoints. Okay, the exploit requires an attacker to know that exact object ID, typically UUID v4, of the targeted certificate. Because these IDs are generally non-guessable, they are rarely accessible to unprivileged. Okay. Crypto certificate, okay. And again, it looks let me close the interceptor for now. There was also HTTPS, if I'm not mistaken. It was 9433. Oh no, what was it? 9443. 9443. Okay, we are using the HTTP URL for that. Let me do the same with the other ports. So there are two different ports. Let's see the nav and then the SSL one. So let's do the first step here. Alright, so now we open the interceptor and put whatever here. It captures it, and do I still have the... No. So we just copy this one and we just add it here. Okay, request is captured and forward all. Still invalid password, so there is not that case. With this port, send it to the repeater again with the extra header and send it invalid password. But we have different response here. From the 9000 painting user, case stage access denied. And here we have, it's the same, but it was, okay, sorry. Oh, there is a small difference. Allow show password false. Yeah, it is a bit different. Error message component. Yeah, response errors. Yeah, doesn't seem to work. So probably this version is already patched. And we don't have any reference which authentic version it is. So this we could verify it a little bit. But let's play around with this header. So if we do something like that to just forward it with a local IP address, still invalid password. Now the response looks alike like the other one. Or maybe HTTP with the protocol. Okay, we have different. This field is required. Username, password, email. So, okay, that's... Let me grab password field false. User fields email username. So it thinks... Okay, let me test with the interceptor. Hmm. redirects back to this field again. Okay. Password, whatever. And adding again the header. Invalid password. Okay. Worth a try. And if we call a specific port, no luck. Invalid password. No, keep getting invalid password. Okay, maybe that's not the case. Rollyard, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. That's interesting. It would be really nice if this bypass could work, but we cannot verify it because we cannot see. Let me also check. Yeah, we don't know if it's implemented with traffic, but we know from the scan. Do I have the full scan here somewhere? Yeah. The authentic I'm trying to see if there is a way to figure out if it use the traffic or Nginx or something else. PKS. I remember I've something about the PKCS something. Let me see. Yeah. Code challenge. Thus requesting PKC. The SSO provide must check if there is a matching and exist code verifier. The impact. Malicious app can simply also register the same in app link. Interesting. But hard to exploit. Should be something here, probably. Okay, I see that the machine needs a medium rated, so it's not that easy. But and we have checked multiple things, so that's the case. Yeah, and we don't have much results. Oh yes, need to close the interceptor. With a view permission specified above, are able to execute arbitrary code that has access to the entire authentic database as well as any environment variables, allowing the user to escalate their permissions and fully take over an instance. Hmm. Very weird cases. So far we have tested to find exploits for the GitLab Community Edition for the specific version 17.3.2, and we didn't have much luck. So the next thing to think about is to check the authentic SSO, what platform, what it does, and what we can do about it. So both are promising some CVs, some techniques, but they don't work. So I understand the rating now to be medium, but should be something. Nuclei. Um, I haven't. Only no. I don't like those kind of scanners, but we will try it. Maybe there is a template for that. I know a little bit how it works. Or Vulnex. Okay. I understand a little bit how it works. So it takes templates. You can provide templates, custom ones, or you can get those by default. So let's see. Okay, just a target it takes. Of course, it takes more, but I wanted to see the. Okay, Vulnex is from Project Discovery, really good. Nuclei also, it's a good, but okay. The purpose. Okay, let me check this one first. But I'm gonna run it for a specific port, for authentic, or just under the. We're gonna start with a. Also, there is a Tomcat there. We will see. Let's start like this first. So we will see if that give us something. The templates. It's outdated version. Hmm. Who? 10,348 signed templates. Okay, maybe I should specify a template instead of waiting to check all of them. Will next comes default in Kali, or we need to install it manually? Will next. No, we need to search about it. Oops, detected. The engine needs generic. Okay, okay. Okay, let it run. Auto pass. Okay, let me. Bull next. Probably it's on GitHub. Modern CLI for exploring vulnerability data with powerful search filtering. Okay, okay. It's a Go application. Makes sense. The fastest HTTP server. So that's why Go Buster it's written in Go. Sharif Basiu, thank you so much for the follow. So your name, buddy, triggered my city. So I don't know what's happened. I don't know if this an escalation or a new technique to unlock a city, but I just pronounced your name, and the city sent to me. What did you say? All right. So go install. Do I have Go? No, I don't. No. Okay. But it's an interesting one. So okay, you give, for example, Apache or okay, and also get details from ability info, so you can get the details about the CV. Okay, that's search ID, filter, analyze, auth, version, update, health check. Okay, looks a nice one. Let's see what Nuclei has done so far. So can I install Golang like this? Adaptix. Okay, it's oh, that's the C2, right? Okay, cool. Is this written in Go as well? Do we have go Golang? We have it. Okay. Let me check. So instead of search, now we can install it. and also the requirements. Awesome. And then I just run this command to grab it. Awesome. Cool. No, where did he install it? Next, where it is? Do I have go? This, yeah, it's there. Maybe it's here. No, that's the, yeah, there it is. I'm gonna go environment, go path bin. Yeah, or I could export this to, yeah. So I can run it from anywhere, but from this case I can only run it from here. So I could export it somewhere outside, but it's okay. Let me first try. No? Cool. So it's a binary, it's not yet a sim linked or so. Yeah, we can do that, of course, Linux Mobile, but for now, let's, I will set up it later, so let's just run it for now. So we can search output formats, search control, and also there is a limit. So something like that. Or just search and the name. So search and it's called authentic. So like this or something. Okay. Some good results. All critical and high. Oh. Okay, let's review this scan and we will leave the nuclei run. So this is the latest 2026 authentication bypass. Okay, exploit available. So we can search exploit as well from this vulnex. Probably we can. Filters. Severity filter, time-based search. Exploitable. Filters. CVS core. Vendor product, severity, hacker one. POC has POC of concept. Okay, this is the filter that I want. But at least we know the CV, so we can search on it, right? If we cannot, if the script doesn't provide us with the exploit, but there are many, and all of them are authentication bypass, privilege escalation, information disclosure, a lot of authentication bypass. So that's interesting. So we just test no exploits, no exploits. Okay. We have only 2 exploits available for those 2 CVs. And I think the one we found it. You can do ID JSON and wget or clone the POC. Okay, awesome. So we can provide the ID, the CV, and return the JSON. So let me first grab a copy of this scan just to have it in our notes. If I can copy. If I didn't want to lose my session, because sometimes accidentally I close Windows. Otherwise, I should not use Tmax for that. But come on, this copy pasting for Tmax drives me crazy all the time. It's white and selected. Why it's not in the clipboard? Okay, cool. It is now. Okay. Pipe to jq.pox. Okay, yeah, to structure the JSON format with a specific. Yeah. Got you. Okay, we will try it. So, we run the ID for this CV. Let's start with. Can we combine CVs, or I will try one by one first, and we'll see. Then JSON, and then pipe it to JQ. Do I have JQ? Don't have JQ. Yeah, guys, it's a new box, so yeah, it's recently resetted, so I don't have all my tools there, but okay, bear with me. So again, ID, the CV number, the JSON tag, come on, JSON, and then pipe it to JQ, and it was .pox, and we get, that's the advisory. Let me, it was JSON, right? Okay. Advisory. The POX advisories. So there is not. I will check it, but I don't think it's an actual POC. But maybe in the advisory they explain how to do it, right? Maybe it's not an exploit script. Maybe it's a multi-step progress. Let me try this one. Authentic by sending an empty post. The source stage can be bypassed by sending an empty post. If a source stage is bound to a flow and the source exposes a UI logging button, an attacker can reach the source stage. They can bypass that stage, effectively skipping authentication at that source. Okay, UI login button. Did we see something? Oh wait. Let me log out from this one, because I remember now that GitLab has an SSO single sign on. Maybe we need to use this one. I know the issue. Okay, so I need to add this as well. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. No route to host. Just did it. There it was, how it's called again? System control. How it's called? The host name. I need to Google it. System ctl restart host names. System host name. Okay, that it is. That's the thing. So sometimes when you update the host folder, it takes a while to get the update. So let's hope that now it's gonna work. Because I have added the barrier.vel into my host, so that's why it takes some time, but still no luck. Come on. How I did it last time? Oh yeah, I just instead of a VI, I changed it to HTB, which is already there. So this is also works. So here we have, as you can see, we have the full request here in the get request. So I want to try the bypass from this step when you try to sign on. So instead of bypassing the authentic actual page, we use the GitLab community edition instance to log in as aka admin in the GitLab, because that's why the authentic authentication does. So I would like to try this bypass for this one. So we open the interceptor, or no, wait. First we add the name, we skip this one, okay, and when it comes to this, we now open the interceptor, we just put a space in the password whatsoever, and here we have what was the X forward again? It was X forward with just this one. So I would like to test this as well. Okay, and just forward it. And invalid password. Okay, this technique doesn't apply for this case. I just wanted to make sure that, yeah, because if you visit here the page and logging like Satoru, let's do that, but without the interceptor on. And it asks us for a password. We know the password of this guy. So in general, we can authenticate ourselves with authentic, and this we will redirect back to what? Unexpected token. Okay, that's weird. But we can do it like this. Okay. My hosts are broken. But you get the idea, right? The idea is to do it, okay. Instead of accessing the actual platform, we use the GitLab platform and try to single sign on like this. So I thought it might be a little bit different. What's wrong with that? Come on. Sing in. Maybe the hosts. hostname control it was. Yeah, HTB, barrier.v, and via VL. Come on. It is in a host name. Doesn't like it. HTB. I broke it. Come on. It's broken. No route host. Oh, thank you. Restart again. And status. I think by running host name control, it auto updates all the hosts. So if you have your hosts here and you run a host name control, it auto reloads all the hosts. Right? Probably. Come on. Where is the VPN? Is there an issue with the VPN? Okay, let me try it again. Initialization sequence completed. Cool. Come on, come on. What's wrong? Let's remove the... No route at all. Okay, that's awesome. Now I broke it. Here. Okay, at least I can pin the IP. So barrier.htb. What? Unreachable. Okay. So let me do it again. This is the host. And I just add one more. It was VL, right? Yeah. We can't reach at all the host names. Come on. VL. So the, how it's called, the system restart hostname status shutting down. Okay, interesting. Now, should I restart the network? The host control name does the job. Destination host unreachable. Okay. Let's try. Okay. Um, I just want the GitLab. Okay, that's cool. What we should do here now? I forget what I had to do. Probably I need to restart my network for that, but I will leave it a little bit like this now. Okay, we are exploring those two vulnerabilities. Okay. So the nuclei 10 matches found. From target lists found and responsible okay, permanently. Okay. Found the form for the GitLab. That was okay. Already known. Rob, what is this? Nginx detected, okay. At least we get an answer about it. If it uses okay, I get this is all it can get. So no specific vulnerabilities. Okay, detected the Nginx server, which is okay. And some CA fingerprint, DNS, okay. Alright, let's see this one again. CV broken authentication, as we said. The same advisory for that. So we check this one, 448, and also where is the other one? Or are the same? I think it was two different. Ah, that's for the one. Okay, so the second one, 443. Okay. Another advisory again. So those are supposed to be the POGs. Let's have a look at least. Okay, I didn't copy. Or I can use, no, it's command, click, no. Confirmed, and it's the same. Okay. User source connection dot user and group source connection dot group are changeable through the API. Have access to an account in one source. Have add change either globally or object. Get the PK of an admin account. User source connection object. To have the admin user as user source and identifier to point to the attacker accessible account. Okay, at least and this is from the okay 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Cool. I mean, not cool, but at least we try things. And we have tried a lot actually. And here is the moment when you start struggling and you lose control what you have done and you repeat yourself every time and yeah, till you lost it and you cannot see anything. So okay. So we are unlucky, I think. And these nice days vulnerability. So this box supposed to be how old? I don't know. Kind of old. Machine info. Oh, maybe we can have get a spoil here. We get spoiled a little bit. So okay, my bad, guys. I don't have to go to see here, but yeah. So it is an authentication bypass, at least from the machine's info. Okay. But how? We tested this technique, which was pretty cool actually, if you're asking me. And those are pretty recent ones. All of them actually are recent. 13 days. Give me 1 second. Alright, so 9 days, 13 days, 20 days. So they are very recent, those ones. Very, very recent. So that's why I don't think it's gonna 22 days ago. Okay. So at least we get a hint about it, but yeah, we still need to look at it. So this CV looks better actually. It's 2024. It's not the latest. Yeah, the bulk notification via X forward. We did that. Yeah, where it is not configured properly, the reverse proxy configures does not correctly override this header. Yeah, it's set by the reverse proxy, and it's always set to correct IP. Yeah, so the idea is that's why the value of the X forward for header it was just a simple A. So if it's valid, it's okay, but if it's invalid, it's not that okay. Okay, 1 sec. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Um. Okay, let's do more of structure. Why I have this open as well? How many I have? The crypto thing. Cool. Um. So authentic. We're gonna check more structure. Auth bypass. It keeps giving us this actually technique here, so, and I'm wondering if I'm doing it correctly. So that's why I wanted to check both ways, from here as well and from the, did we fix the host? Not yet. I broke the host name, so okay, so the idea is to use the single sign-on. HTB. Or at least the IP without host name. The port. Okay. AK admin. Scepter on. Cool. Or that was the only. So that's the post request. It follows next application bind. Okay. Error reporting. Ah, that's okay. Error reporting. Nope. No lag at all. This issue was patched in the authentic version and 8.3. We can't find the version for that. to version family 2024.10 and it's fixed on 6 and 8. So we have 24.10. That's another cool. So we look by the version now. Again, this one doesn't say anything about this version. No. Proxy provider. No. Quick expires. Again. Release. If we see the release, maybe we can see what they fixed or they didn't fix. Authenticators all. Broken. Requires no. And it is our version. We are not admin, unfortunately. My drawer, it's with it's a sticky one, and for some reason it's already to fall down. So, and I have my Mac Studio on it. So if it crashes, if it goes down, I'm gonna lose everything. So I'm trying to see why it doesn't stick anymore. I should change the place, but anyway, there is a CV with the SAML callback. Yeah, the authentic version that we are running is the 2024.10. But let me also check the CV that you mentioned. Exploit or CV something kills. GitHub Enterprises. Does it mean that affect also the community edition? Okay. New CV. An improper verification of cryptography signature. Authentication to be bypassed when encrypted. Assertions features. Okay. I think we saw the crypto ones, right? Okay. Maybe there is a GitHub exploit for that already, or at least the POC. The root cause to possess direct network access. Response metadata document and the optional encrypted assertions feature must be enabled. We cannot verify this. Improper cryptography signature. Let's see if we can see any exploitation. To bypass this challenge, we will use the Ruby code, okay, responsible for handling locally. So it does mimicking the request of SSO. To decrypt the assertion. Okay, it's kind of a complex process. Here's the POC. It's a nucleate template? Really? Okay, let's test it. It's gonna give us the metadata, the response for that. Okay. Does U it's the template for that? Project discovery and the victim username. And adjust the inputs. Okay, the username we know, the email address, metadata URL, and we have also a video for that. Okay, let's check a little bit the video first. Send the repeater this URL. Oh, we need the relay state for that. Okay. Okay. This is a unique value sent with the Salm response to maintain the session context. You can find the exact by observing in the login request traffic as shown in the POC. And metadata URL of the HTB server. Okay, let's structure a little bit the payload. So first we need to include this email address for our victim, which is aka admin. And if I go to history, um, or I need to replicate it again. Okay, responses. The callback sample response. Is this what I'm expecting to see? So which request it has? The some consume. Do I have this in my history? Do I? Okay. Static disk. Um, no. So I have to replicate it. So we're gonna do it yet again for the user and observe then the Satoru. And the password. I want the server on to capture the request. Browser. The executor authentication. Okay. Let's a get request. Oh my god. Um, if user come on. Envelope. This is probably a reporting logger. Enterprise license summary. User me. WS client. Root config. Events. Created. Ordering. Where is the... No. Oh. Now we are logged in the... Okay. I didn't test this actually. That's the session that we have now. If we go back, we have also guacamole. Okay. I have to restart anyways. I'm trying to skip that one. Message not allowed. Okay, call back API. Call back. Supposed to be the callback here. Method not allowed. What method did he expect? Tomcat also. Yeah, we remember that, but I didn't found the version. But why? Method not allowed. So it's a post request. Yeah, it's my session. Okay, okay. No services. Create a token. The token is gonna be useful for the yeah, let me keep this token. But let's focus back to this one. How we find the relay state again? It says from the sound consumed. I didn't see that at all. Relay state, okay. This is the one, but we don't have that URL. The cookie for that. And extract the key. Okay. So we expect to find the cookie from that, and then we can replace the cookie. And okay. Because I was wondering how we use the result. Okay, let's go and replace the actual domains with that. But for some reason we lost access for the domains now, so I'm gonna go with the IP address. And it was a port here 9443. So this is our URL now for the metadata, but we need the relay state where we can find this. So this looks promising. We have the metadata URL, and then it cuts the response for there, but the relay state, how we can find this one? It's good to have a token, that's okay. If I connect to GitLab, maybe intercept. Let's connect to GitLab. SSO. Some GitLab SSO binding initialization probably. Okay. Forward. Authorization in the cookie. I'm not seeing, so it's supposed to be in the body. Those are get requests. Executor. Reporting the error. Continue. Okay, you can connect also with a token. Okay. Here it is. Okay. We found it. The call back for that. So that's the summary response. But it was, where is it was again? For the consume, but We need also this one. Yeah, we need to paste. Okay, got it. Let me see it again. So this is the response probably, and this is where we paste it as some response. Okay, so it's supposed to be in the response. Okay. Um, Respond to this request. Okay, let's see the response for that. No. Okay, to get the response. It's not that one. Response to this request. Get redirection. Interesting. It's not the same. And it does it really fast. And here is a cookie for that. Okay, in general, we using the email address, we create an authenticated cookie from the authentic SSO. So that's why putting only the email address, then we can create a cookie for that. Okay, it's interesting. But where we get this real thing? How is call it? It's a post request when, but you need the username. It asks us for the email, so that's why we have specify the email. From the username we can predict the email. So yeah, because we saw the email from the Satoru and we just guessed that if we know the username, we can create the email address. So that's why username. You don't need also the. Okay, you mean um instead of email address to just put the username, you mean? Maybe this is also gonna work, right? Because username and email supposed to be correct. So if the email address is not like this, maybe. Okay. Because it shows us an email address for the exploitation, that's why. And of course, we can use. Oh, wait. Instead of username, email address for the bypass for the export word? No. Anyways, I keep thinking about this for so long. The funny thing is, I cannot find the thing there. The post request, which includes the real estate parameter that I cannot find. Manifest. And we are logged in. So, and in the history, we have. Do I see it somewhere here and it's encoded or so? But we also need this, right? It asks us for the response to. Encrypted Salm response sent by the identity provider. After login attempt, you can capture this value by starting a login in the target server and use the browser developer tools, network tools, or the verb to find the SAM response in the network request. Save it as a file. Yeah, the SAML response. It's this one, probably. Yeah, SAML response. It's this one. But the other, this is a unique value sent with some response to maintain the session correct. You can find the exact relay state by observing in your logging request traffic. So what else we can do? We can filter something here. Salm requests. Real estate. Now here it is. Okay. We found it. All right. Okay, let me have some water. If you need username, I think you can obtain from GitLab from the API with bear token users. Oh, okay. Now we have a token. I couldn't find this how to generate these tokens before. So now that I have a token, probably I can use the API for that one. But do you remember how we found the AK admin username? How we found it? I will show you. It was a very cool trick. I need to be authenticated here. So when you are in the project and you click the plus button in the project and you click the plus button and try to invite team members, if you click here, you get the users. So I found the AKI admin like this. But now since I have the token, does Satori has have the permissions to use the user's endpoint? I don't know. We will see. But this is how we found the AKA admin username. But now, thankfully, we have the real estate URL value, sorry. From the get request. That's the latest one. So where is the post? Oops. API tokens. Ah, yeah, it's the redirect for that. Maybe we should check also guacamole, but I don't know. But yeah, so where it was, it's on the referrer. When the flow, okay. So then last one, this one. So this is the request. It looks smaller, but at least this is what it copies from the, and then the relay state. So go back to the, okay. So some response. Let me keep this as well. So here's the response, but we need to save this one. It's a nucleus, so it doesn't matter for here. So let's go back to the templates, HTB, and then what is the barrier? Okay, so I'm saving this as a cat file. Okay, then we grab the whole command, we put it here, and for the relay we need this one. Looks good. Let's see what it does. Okay, admin cannot run nuclei, no template provided for scan. Oh, we need to download the template. Okay. Come on, it's here. Oh no, it's not here. Where did it? Ah, it's here, yeah. What there says? No results found, could not run nuclei, no templates provided for scan. Uh, yeah, that it is. Not template. Nuclei help grep update. We can update the nuclei to latest version. apt search. Three point 8. 3.8, and it says it's outdated. I need to download from the source. Is that the case? Does it have a release? 3.9 is the latest one, okay. Linux ARM 64. That's for me. Um, okay. What are you pen testing? We are doing a box from Hack the Box. It's called Barrier, and it's this one from Hack the Box. It's a medium rated, and it's Linux, and it's quite tough, I would say. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So I just run the. Okay, now we have the latest, but it doesn't recognize no templates provided for scan. Why? Just it was right. Why? Why? There's also the template here as a Yelm file. Do I need sorry, no templates provided for scan. It is play help grep template new templates target T. Yeah, list of templates to run, comma separated. Yeah, file. So it's a file. Yeah, why it doesn't work? It's also the sum and the sum response is here. Okay. Rm does rf readme and all. Cool. Clear now. And also license, but it's okay. Why it doesn't work? That's you. Username. This is the file. Comma separated. Yeah. It's exactly how it's been shown here, right? Then nuclei template, it's that. GitHub Enterprise some bypass. Oh, Enterprise. We have Community Edition. Is that the same? Upgrade GitHub Enterprises. I'm working so for so long for that, and it's for Enterprise. Shit. How possible it's to to have the enterprise along with the other one, with the community edition. No. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, I have spent so much time on this one, uh, and still I'm not getting anything back. So that's the cool thing, I suppose. Okay. GitHub Enterprises. Yeah, okay, maybe it's applicable also for the community edition, but okay. But this is a specific for the enterprise version. So, but okay, at least we get we get a weird error. We could not run nuclei, no templates provided for scan. So if it's not vulnerable, we will not see a response, but we cannot run it so far. So why doesn't get the dusty flag for that? What I'm doing wrong? Skipping one unassigned. Ah, okay. Um, the sign flag. Okay, I think I got it. Found one unassigned or tamper code template. Carefully examine before using it. Use that flag to sign them. Um, yeah, we check it. We check it. Okay, so it looks legit. Username or email. So both are working. So either username or email. So if you don't know the email, you can just do the username. Okay. And what else? Base64 URL and escape for the response XML. Okay, look legit. So thank you for warning us about it. So with the sign flag like this, new keeper for signing templates. Enter user organization name. And the user organization name. How we do that? Okay, I'm not that familiar with a nuclei, so bear with me, guys. Nuclei sign template. Yeah, how we sign them? That's the templates. Okay, cool. Not in that, but thank you so much. And yeah, guys, by the way, if you didn't know so far, yeah, I live in the Netherlands, so that's Sign template private key. Do I need the private key for that to sign a template? Why? Okay, now give me the answer in English. Okay, thank you so much. Ah, custom template. Okay. So it's only like this. All right. So, um, the latest in the YAML file. So CV like this. And using enter passphrase. I don't have passphrase. Okay, I created a key pair with my username without the password. Okay, guys, if you want to use that. Okay, I'm kidding. Okay, suppose now to run, right? Again, resign. All template signatures were elaborated successfully. Okay, no templates provided for scan. Why? Why? It's dusty, right? Or what I did before, help grep template, update templates, update new templates to latest release versions. So the version of installed new template, templates display, new templates, specific version, dusty for templates, list of templates, comma separated. Okay, only one I want, and it's the file. So it's just T. Why? Still it says for an unassigned template. But we sign it, right? Yeah. And I'm using the binary for that, so I'm not using the default one. Okay, it's already applied. I don't know. That drives me crazy. Oh. Okay, too much time spent on this one. But I believe we are close. If we can manage at least to run this POC to generate a cookie for the AK admin, this could be nice. So yeah, we don't know anything else so far. We have tried a lot of things. Authentication bypass. I got a spoil accidentally trying to find out when this machine was released. But yeah, I was expecting to be something like that. So yeah, I will never click machine info again. And of course it's the official write up here, guys, but I don't do that. I want to discover things by myself. So if I'm too much stuck, maybe I'm gonna ask for a hint from you guys, but that's all till there. All right. So in order to complete the task 7, to see what is the post CI/CD runner, we need to be AK admin, and in order to be AK admin, we need to bypass the authentication for that. or in this case, as we're trying to do so far, it's to generate a cookie from the previous vulnerability for the SAML SSO. But why? Still cannot get it. I assign it, or the update one, what it does. Update templates. UT. So nuclei UT. No new templates found for nuclei templates. And still says no templates provided. Okay. I'm gonna Google this shit. Sorry about it. Maybe there is a solution and I don't know it yet. The error, no template provided, indicates that you are trying to run nuclei without specify any template to use the scan. Using the -d. I just did. Why? Why? Here it is. Yeah. And it's there. And if I autocomplete it, gives me that one. Maybe it needs to be specified as a file. No. I don't know, guys. It's already and also we don't need for the username we can skip the email address, so we can also leave it like this because it's supposed to be the same username or email. But if we can pass this thing, okay, let me also do what was the again? Templates. Templates. Wait. Does it mean oh templates? Come on. I'm gonna remove all the template here and to see what happens. Maybe it's gonna find it by itself. And this is if this is successful, we will get the cookie for the AKA admin, and we can use the cookie to log in. Hopefully. No, come on. Wait, I just completed my goal for 40 followers and we didn't get a notification for that, or I was that focused and I missed a notification. Thank you so much, guys. I have reached the 40 followers, so it was one of the goals. Thank you so much for that, for all the follows. But we should get a notification, right? Did you see something and I miss it? But thank you so much for all the follows. Did we get a notification? Why? Anyways, it still says 40 out of 40, so we need the one more to get over the 40 to get the notification. I don't know how it works. Sorry guys, I'm pretty new about it, so I'm not sure how it works, but I think I should have noticed if there was a notification says that the goal is completed. But anyways, again, thank you so much for the follows and for being here. Come on, come on. Give me something. Use validate flag to further examination. Okay, we can validate them like this. And it found a CV code critical. And I don't remember that one. So let me search a little bit about it. Did we check it? Yeah, I think we did. Right. Okay, okay. Um, did we check it? Critical local privilege escalation vulnerability in pseudo binary. What? Root access. Okay. Why this is something to do my pseudo version? uh, at least it does something, so come on. I'm checking my alerts right now. If I have specified the goal alert. Is there a way to check it? Test tweets, follows, subscription bits. Don't. There is no one. Okay, maybe maybe I don't get a notification when I am reaching the goals. Only follows, subscriptions, raids. Okay, maybe there is not. Yeah, it's not for goals. Why? I remember something about tips, alert boxes. No, that's okay. At least now I know. But again, yeah, thank you so much, guys, for the follows. We are almost 3 hours streaming right now. I don't see that it has to run all of it. God, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna cancel it because it's gonna take forever. And there is also resume. But why? Custom template with dusty. Why? Doesn't like it at all, but template link and um it looks the same. Or tampered code template. It's tampered? To always create a new line. Okay, that's cool. But why this is tampered? Uh, there was also another um, verifying how it's called to verify it. I saw it somewhere. Okay, IT, include templates, path to template file or directory. Okay, maybe it needs this one. Um, was IT, right? Include, yeah, path or directory. Include template. Code sign. AI. Okay. Validate. Okay. Validate. Mm. Still. Okay, I should check more the nuclei somehow. Did we get the correct code nuclei? Okay, that's also interesting. Using some ELF authentication with encrypted assertion enabled. This is for deduction, probably, yeah. And the other is for the exploitation. Maybe I should run the deduction one. So nuclei. That's you. No results found. How we use it? This template is loaded. The other template is not loaded, right? So this is not loaded, but this it is. Okay. One year ago. Okay. It looks the template is broken. Um, nuclei. But it passed validation. Wait. So no. New. Why this is incognito? I have open incognito mode. Okay. Nuclei template Yalm validation. Syntax overview. Or at least a Yalm validator. Yeah, how to run. Is there any Yalm validator? Because if it's not, if the Yalm file is broken, okay. This site it's super loaded with a matrix effect, which you cannot scroll at it. So why, guys? But it says it is validated. Why? I don't know. It's too complicated. And sign. Sign. Not sign in. I have already signed it. Why it doesn't work? We have everything and we cannot execute it. Any ideas, guys? Probably someone. But I'm about to end the stream. It was nice experience, to be honest, to digging through all these rabbit holes and try to find a proper way to get in. So the box, it's really tough, let's say. Okay, we will continue working on it, of course. But it has already overexceeded my expectations, so yeah. We will continue tomorrow as well, so stay tuned. Again, thank you so much for all the follows. As always, let me also mention one more time that there is a pentest.tv site there where you can find you can visit that URL and see when I'm online. And also there is a nice capture the flag. When you click it, it's gonna open the terminal here, so there is a challenge for you. Feel free to try to solve this channel. Of course, you can see the player here as well. And yeah, a nice cool ASCII if you would like also to create it. So let me run it so you can see that it's not something, it's not a scam. So when you run this command, you get this the pentester logo in ASCII format. So feel free to use that if you would like. Yeah. That was it for today. Thank you again for all the follows. For everyone who's been here. Tomorrow again, same hour. We will try to go at least a little bit further, but at least now we have some guidance. I mean, we know what to look for, so it's not gonna be that hard, right? And again, we will try tomorrow to see why this nuclei template is not working, which is also drives me crazy. And of course, we run also the if it's encrypted, but scan complete, target loaded for scan, but no results. So maybe there is no encrypted Salm, but because we saw it right here in the for the burp suite, maybe this is not what it needs. This is the referrer, so and the response. Maybe this is the error here. Yeah, because it looks smaller than the example that we have. And it comes with a get request. For the example here, it was a post request, right? And it's so fast. If guys, if you are making a poke with a video, do it slowly, guys, so we can observe what you are doing. Now it's only 24 seconds and only show us the result. Okay, how to follow, guys? How to follow the steps if you are doing so fast and we cannot see anything? Okay, you get the Salm consume. It's a post request for you to get this sum. You send it to repeater, and the body of course includes all this one. Then you just paste it like a champ if you are using macOS. Okay, we're gonna work on this also tomorrow as well. Yeah. Speculating, it's not a perfect way to do it. It looks promising though. And the chat GPT, it's also open here, I see, right? Anyways, cool guys. Thank you so much again for being here. And as always, stay healthy, stay sharp, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.